Are you going to tell the Lord when he comes back that nobody was listening? So I put your talent, what you gave me, Lord, the knowledge and wisdom and understanding and that great gift that you've given me, Lord, that talent that you've given me, Lord, um, nobody was listening to me. So I put it in the ground. You know, I didn't make no videos. I wasn't teaching because nobody was listening to me. You know, I disobey your commandment to go out and teach because nobody was listening. That's really what you're gonna have to say to the Lord. Like, is that what you're gonna say to the Lord when He gets back? You wasn't doing this or that, the work that you was commanded to do because nobody was listening. How you think the Lord gonna react to that? So that's what this video about. I'm replying to the elder Manath Zakba of GMS South Carolina OA. As you see on the screen, I'm gonna play this clip. First, I'm giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rekakwadash, which is the Most High and the only begotten Son. Yahweh the Most High, Yahushai, the only begotten Son, the Messiah, the one that's coming back. Shalom, peace and blessings, power and strength unto the men pushing this work in this truth, the hopeful elect and the elect. Start from the elder apostles of the great millstone church on down to all of us, all the brothers, all the body. Get into this.
All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. And this video is going to be a response to a scoffing comment that was made. Haven't worked out the title yet, but I think I'll entitle it, No One's Listening, Go Back Home. Okay. Or should we preach if nobody's listening? Yeah, I think I'll just entitle it that. Should we still preach if no one listens? All right. And the answer to the question is yeah, because somebody's always listening. These live streams, these videos, there's constantly people watching.
Now you know who else is watching? The angels. The Lord, Yahweh Shemiel Shah is watching your ass. He told you to go do something. He told you to go teach. So let's get that real quick. Matthew 22 and 9. Go, he said, go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as he find, bid to the marriage. So he told you, go. What else did he say? Ezekiel 2 and 7. And thou shalt speak my words unto, and thou shalt speak, you're going, this is what you're going to do. That, and thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. NLT, real quick. You must give them my messages, whether they listen or not. But they won't listen, for they are completely rebellious. So whether they listen or not, because who's watching? Who's watching you, making sure you doing it? The angels. They're going up like, Lord, my Lord. You told them to do this. You gave them so and so talents. It wasn't a lot. One talent is a whole lot. How about that? One talent. One talent is a whole lot. That's a lot, and that's important, and that's a responsibility. What this shit, what it's tied to, it's important. You was given one talent. You was given a minimum amount of talents. You better treasure that joint. Who gave it to you? The Lord, King of Kings. He gave you that. Treasure it. It's powerful. It means something. But your flesh, your wicked ass flesh, gonna tell you it ain't a lot. You know. So my small portion might not be that important. So I'm a fall back. I ain't gonna do too much. People not really listening. Is that what you gonna say to the Lord when He get back? He could have gave that talent to somebody else. And He will, as the scripture say, He will give it to somebody else. So You was commanded to do this. So if that's your lot, because not every brother, not every man, teaching, but as the other apostles been saying, if you're a man in this truth, you should be teaching. You should be pushing his work, some form of fashion. But, again, if you've been given this lot to teach, you should be doing it. So this is a commandment. So I'm gonna go back.
Listens. All right. Should we still preach if no one listens? All right. And the answer to the question is yeah, because somebody's always listening. These live streams, these videos, there's constantly people watching. All right. The comment board was full of brothers and sisters.
And the ministry is on YouTube. That's where the Lord put the ministry at. And that's what the Lord put the ministry at. So if you feel like nobody watching, you remind yourself. Let this be a reminder that this was a commandment from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This was a commandment from up above, a godly commandment by the creator and God of both heaven and earth to go out and preach this message. That's all he told us to do, is just preach. It's a light burden. Preach this word. Just preach about me, teach about me, rebuke, admonish. That's it. Stand 10 toes down. That's it. So just do that. And with it being on YouTube, yeah, we all know that they shadow ban and hide the videos and change the views and hide the attention that you're actually getting and hide the videos in general. So the views you get, brother, that gets no videos to little videos, views, no views to little views, they're shadow banning stuff. So you're probably getting more attention and more views than you think. I ain't got a lot of attention on my channel, but what that mean? I'm gonna tell the Lord I ain't get a lot of attention, so I wasn't posting that much, and my past couple of videos had 0 views or 1 view or 2 view. So I think I shouldn't be, Lord gonna smack your ass. He gonna take what he gave you. He gonna take what he gave you, smack you upside your head, and put you in the dirt, and give that glorious gift that he gave you to somebody else. Matthew 25 and 28. Take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. So your stuff was taken because you didn't treasure it, because you didn't want to do what you were supposed to do, because you was in your flesh. Now you thinking that nobody listening, the Lord listening to you. That's the most important thing, the Lord listening to you. You doing this for the Lord because the Lord told you to do it. And you're supposed to do it for the sake of Israel, for the sake of salvation, for the sake of the kingdom. I'm talking about nobody listening. Like, I don't get no views on my shit. Not my stuff, not my shit. Salakia, my bad. I don't get no lot of attention on my stuff. What does that mean? That means not a dang thing. And what if I am? What if I'm getting double or 3 times the amount of views that YouTube allows me to see? Remember, and this came out because I wasn't around for this, but it came out that, or it's known that brothers used to get millions of views, hundreds of thousands of millions of views in the early YouTube ministry era. But they started changing that, shadow banning and hiding views and preventing people from seeing our channels, taking stuff down. So remember this. But ultimately, remember, this is a commandment from on high. You was given 1 talent at least. You feel like nobody listening to you, that's freaking Satan trying to get you to fall out, to get cold, to stop doing what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua told you to do. He didn't tell, he said, whether they listen or don't listen, go do this. Go tell them, go teach, go preach, all that. He literally said, NLT of Ezekiel 2 and 7, you must give them my messages, whether they listen or not. So are you gonna go tell the Lord when he gets back? Let's fully bring that out, because I brought out a piece of it. Let's fully bring out this Matthew 25 that we know about. But put yourself in his shoes. In your because we reading back on this. Romans 15 and 4, I believe. The things are written aforetime are written for our learning. So we can look at this scripture and be like, this dude was tweaking. Why would he do that stupid, foolish thing that he did? What was going through his mind? He probably thought nobody was listening to him. He didn't get a lot of attention. He looking at other guys getting thousands and thousands of views. Like, these guys get all this attention. That's their freaking measure. You're not even able to do that. If you were, you would have got more talents. He gave you this because this is your measure. So, we can read this like this guy, was tweaking, but this dude was in his flesh. He let Satan get the best of him. He probably had that thought of nobody was listening to me, so I just put it in the dirt and whatever. So it says, I'm gonna jump through this. Matthew 25 and 14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling to a far country who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1. To every man, see right here, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. If your ability is 1 talent, but the Lord gave you 5 talents, you won't bring forth fruit. You will probably get destroyed because you were given too much above your measure. You should be grateful that the Lord didn't give you something that can destroy you. He gave you 1 talent because that's your measure. Like, come on now, you in the gym lifting, and you mad that your trainer didn't put on 4 plates. Man, give me 4 plates, man. That look better. I can hit that. I can hit that. But he didn't do it because he know that you'll crumble under that weight, because that's not your measure. You're not built for that. He gave you something that can help you, that can actually help you grow, not something that can crumble you, destroy you, something that you simply can't do. If he wants you to bring fruit, if he wants you to forward his business, flip his money that he gave you, if he wants you to be fruitful, why would he give you something that will prevent that? If he gave a man 5 talents that can only handle 1, he set him up for failure. And the Lord is not going to do no crazy stuff like that. He's not the author of confusion. He makes complete perfect sense. He makes complete perfect sense every single time, every day of the week, year, all the time. So straight to that. So let me jump down. Matthew 25:16. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them other 5 talents. So he went to work. He went to go do the Lord's business, preaching, teaching, building ministry, etc. He went to go put that to work. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained the other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. And after a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. Let me just keep reading. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. You know, we got the men in the scriptures. Isaiah got a big book. David, Psalms, big book. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, big book. Obadiah, one book. Chapter. What that mean? And that's not. I forget the amount of total books of the Old Testament, Apocrypha, and New Testament. I don't even think it's. I don't even think it's a total of 100. I don't think. You know, but that number is that's not all of the elect. That's not 144,000. That's not all the elect. What about all the multitude? They was doing the work. Like these are just measures. These are just measures. You know, not everybody was given to have a big a uh, a book in the Bible, let alone uh, a large amount of writings. Paul, Obadiah, one chapter. Some people, no writings in the book. Very, very few of the elect, extremely few compared to the amount of the elect. Basically, ain't nobody really got no writings that's contained in the book. Yeah, lost writings or whatever. But the point, understand the point. So understand the point. What you gonna tell the Lord when He get back? Nobody was listening. He gonna slap you upside your head and call you what? Wicked. He gonna call you wicked and slothful. And he gonna kill you. Matthew 25 and 21. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord, thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came. Let me get to the point. Matthew 25 and 24. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast sown not, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid. Off back. See, he was afraid. What are you scared for? That's clearly not the spirit of the Lord. It says the spirit of the Lord is what did it say? We have not been given the spirit of fear, but of power and love and of a sound mind. Paraphrasing. So he was clearly in the wrong. He was clearly fearful. He clearly had demons on him. He clearly let his flesh win. And I was afraid. Off back. What the fuck you scared for? And I was afraid. It says the wicked runneth. It says the wicked runneth when no man pursueth. Paraphrasing that scripture. We know that scripture. The wicked runneth when no man pursueth them. What are you scared for? What are you running for? That goes to show what kind of spirit you got out of him. And that's why he was called wicked. The Lord ain't calling him wicked for no reason. So continuing. And I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not and gather where I had not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. So he's supposed to be doing something. See what happened. Tell the Lord anybody was listening. Tell that to him and see what happened. He go, oh, you was wicked. Ain't no righteous man in his right mind going stand on that. Brothers who got, low attention, no views really. Of course that crosses, minds, because the flesh. I had that. And I'm like, Am I gonna tell the Lord that? like literally, am I gonna tell the Lord that? The Lord ain't gonna hear that. It's gonna sound crazy as hell. Um Matthew 25 and 28. Take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance, but from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. You don't want your measure to be taken from you. And it's beautiful, it's glorious. You have access to be one of the elect. You was given something. Don't waste it on some bull thoughts like nobody was listening. That's crazy. When you really understand what's going on, that's crazy. First of all, like was said, they shadow ban and hide all our stuff. So you brother get 0, 1, 2, 3 views, you probably get 15, 20, 30 views. You would not know because they don't want you to know. These brothers, these elders that get these thousands of videos, they probably get 100,000 of views, but they don't want them to know that. But we know. We know they listen. We know people hearing and watching. We already know. So you can't even think ain't nobody listening. That's what the Lord gonna get you if you stand on that. If you don't put them wicked thoughts away. Luke 12 and 48, it says, But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. And here's the point. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall much be required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more. Lord gave you 30 talents. He gonna expect you to have, done 30 talents worth of work. So on and 15 and 10 and 5 and 3, 2, 1. You're gonna expect 1 talent worth of work or 2 talents worth of work. So much is something is required of you. You was given something, so you was able to do it. Don't shut your mouth until the Lord shut it for you and say, all right, famine of the words time, that prophecy is happening. So
right? They were tuned in, watching brothers. Shit we preach if nobody's listening? Yeah, I think I just entitled that. Should we still preach if no one listens? All right. And the answer to the question is yeah, because somebody's always listening. These live streams, these videos, there's constantly people watching. All right. The comment board was full of brothers and sisters, right? They were tuned in, watching brothers posting scriptures left and right.
and we out here for the elect anyways. We just want the elect to be sealed and the Lord to be pleased with us. So we just gonna do this little work. It ain't little, but it's a light burden. It's an easy thing if you were to just speak to Israel. Like elders and brothers say all the time, put something out 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It don't have to be super long. You have to just be active. You got to say something, do something, preach, rebuke, admonish, speak against something. That's it. Poem was made, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim, Shalom, Shalom, peace and blessings, power and strength.